welcome to Motivational Monday. Today's topic is hashtag loving you, and we're going to be talking about meeting the parents. A lot of times in romantic relationships, having the opportunity to meet the parents is very nerve wracking, particularly if it's um, sometimes it's a little bit more comfortable if you guys, grew up together or if you've known each other for a very, very long time. It makes things a little bit easier because you might already be familiar with their family. So definitely wanted to take some time to talk about it, just because it does impact quite a bit of us. And if you feel like you're going to spend your life with this person, at some point you have to meet their family. So a couple of tips for meeting the parents, particularly for the first time. Wait until the right time. You don't want that to be a rush decision because you want to make sure that the relationship is solid, for them to meet your family, for you to meet their family, and etc. Because the last thing you want is to spend the rest of your life hearing, well, what happened to so and so? Well, what happened to so? But if you know that the relationship has a good chance of surviving, then why not? Research and get to know their family structure. So ask the right questions, understand the dynamic of their family prior to that. You don't make judgments on their family without having an understanding of them. Always be punctual, wear appropriate attire. I think those two things go a long way. So if you're supposed to be there at 7, be there 6:45, 7 o'clock, so that you're in the appropriate attire the first few times that you meet their family, because first impressions matter. They really, really do. And if I were to show up at somebody's mother's house with booty shorts on or my chest all out, I don't think that would go well at all. And if they're introducing you to the family, I think they see a future with you, and so you don't want to kind of kick yourself in the butt. But have genuine and intellectual conversations. So you don't want. I would never talk to someone's father about sports ever. I don't understand it. I don't watch it. I don't get it. So it wouldn't be genuine for me. Nor could I have an intellectual conversation about it. But what I can talk about, we can talk about. Absolutely. We can find a connection somewhere in something that you're interested in. Just having those genuine conversations, but making sure you're staying true to yourself. So you don't want to put on this image of someone that you're not, just to try to get in good with the family, because people are people and we can read when someone's being disgenuine. Avoid certain amounts of PDA. It just gets uncomfortable. It really does. But not too little, because you don't want to seem uninterested, and you want to make sure that it seems genuine with your partner, but definitely not too much. There is a limit to which you can do that, and know your manners. So you want to offer compliments, ask if you can help, maybe with the cleanup after dinner or whatever the case, and stay off your phone. Stay off your phone. I think that's one of the biggest misses. So you want to try to, compliment their parents, bond with their siblings if they have any. Just go with the flow of the family. If you see all of the women are sitting in one area doing X, Y, and Z, or if you see all the men are in another area doing another thing, just kind of go with the flow, but also engage them in conversation. Prior to meeting with them, be sure to be ready to share some of your goals with them. Like I said, groom yourself appropriately and get your story straight on how you met. If you guys are unclear about how you met, when you started dating, what you consider a date, etc., get that cleared up first, and know what topics to avoid. Um, so if you would ask your partner, what are some things that your family is not comfortable talking about with? If it's my family, we talk about everything. It really doesn't matter. But there are some families that don't want to talk about certain things. And you obviously want to keep the conversation PG. But even beyond that, there may be some topics that are just sensitive for the family. So keep aware of that. And avoid cursing and drinking too much, unless it's a family that's their norm, in which case, go for it. So definitely keep these things in mind as you guys are progressing in your relationship. I think the more you understand your partner and where they've come from and their background, the more you'll be able to understand their family and how their family operates. So definitely take the time to get to know one another on a deeper level and make sure that the relationship is strong and that you see a future together prior to the exposure of family.